Greetings, fellow outsiders, and welcome to House Hunted 2. This is a game which is by Scopophobia Studios, who has created the first House Hunted game and also John Doe Plus. This game was released really recently, and I'm really excited because I've played the other games by the developer and really enjoyed them. So I'm excited to see what else is in the universe of the Uncanny Valley. So let's play. Warning, this game you're about to play contains graphic violence that some may find uncomfortable or disturbing. The creator takes no responsibility for those who may be upset by proceeding. By continuing, you are consenting to the contents therein and agreeing that you are capable and mature enough to enjoy this content responsibly. Understood? Understood. Let's play. We're back at the gas station, or the bus ride. Ugh, what a long bus ride. But I'm glad I'm finally here. Huh, that's weird. I'm getting some intense deja vu right now. Well, it's probably because all the bus stations are all the same. Am I the same character? You looked around yourself, taking in the surroundings, breathing in the nauseating aroma of bus exhaust and oil. Delicious. Nothing like a dirty old bus stop to wake up the senses. Well, there's obviously not much to look at here at the Grey Horse bus station. I'm sure the rest of the city is beautiful, just like the brochure said. Hopefully, the apartment company was honest about having my new place ready for move-in, unlike the last time. You quickly grabbed your heavy rolling luggage and trotted towards the guest service area to check out the map. Your stomach was growling and you were so hungry you could eat almost anything right now. Wow, the island is so much bigger than I expected. I will never run out of things to do. There's a cafe nearby. I bet they have some interesting local cuisine. I also kind of wanted to see the city. I could just wander around a little bit. I'm also pretty tired. Maybe I should just head to my brand new apartment. Let's go to the cafe first. There are multiple endings to this, by the way. Cafe. Yeah, cafe sounds pretty amazing right now after that long bus ride. Looks like there's one pretty nearby in something called the Normal Business District. Huh. It's kind of a weird name. Oh well, food's food, and I'm too starved to care right now. You finally reach the Normal Business District and find the specific cafe you had in mind. It's small and quaint, and the strong smell of coffee wafts by you with every patron that swings the doors open. There's quite a few people coming and going through the many stores and eateries, though there's only one person that really stands out in the crowd. You watch as a petite girl runs from person to person. She seems to be asking them something before scribbling the information on a little clipboard in her hand. Suddenly, the two of you lock eyes and she makes a beeline for you before you have the chance to react. Hi. Good afternoon. You look new. May I have a moment of your time? Her cheery demeanor was a little off-putting, but she seemed sweet. Maybe you should humor her? Humor her or leave? I don't know, her little text box looked a little creepy, so... Oh, but it'll be more interesting to humor her, so let's humor her. You figured you might as well hear her out. It's not like you're in a hurry. Sure, what can I help you with? Oh, thank you. I promise I won't hold you for too long. My name's Ivy Woodrow. I'm the assistant of the mayor of the valley, and I'm just doing my monthly census. I have to keep very close track of those coming in and the state of everyone's living experience. So, you're a new resident, I'm assuming? Yes, I just got off the bus and I was about to grab something to eat before heading to my new home. I see. You watch her as she scribbles something down on her clipboard, her eyes going back and forth from the board and back to you. All right, that would make you, correct? We're so happy to have you here at the Valley. It really is such a nice place to live if you know where you're going. I do have to ask you though, this home you mentioned, it was assigned to you by the Uncanny Valley apartment hunters, right? Not by a realtor. Yes? Ah, perfect. Then you should be all set up for your new life here. I hope it'll be a long one. And about realtors, I can't seem to find one of them for my census, so just stay alert. I'm pretty sure they've all reached their monthly allotment, but we have had some mishaps. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you need anything, feel free to come to the mayor's office. Before you can respond, Ivy was already rushing past you to interview the next person. That was kind of weird, but you couldn't really think about it with how loud your stomach was growling, so you headed inside the cafe. You slowly step into the cafe, taking in the smooth, rich smell of brewing coffee and the sweet scent of baked goods. It makes your stomach growl even louder and prompts you to rush up to the counter to place your order as quickly as you can. After placing your order and snatching up your dinner for the day, you scurry over to the furthest table away from anyone else to scarf them all down. You sat down on a strangely soft chair. It appeared to be wood, but the seat sunk and shaped itself comfortably around you like memory foam. It must be cushions with a wood grain print. You figured as you looked over your order. You didn't really think about what you were getting when you ordered, only going by what looked good in the display. You had decided to go with tea today, the aroma wafting gently with the smoke that drifted from the hot red liquid? I guess it could be like rose tea or something. Smelled like a cacophony of fragrances from vaguely floral to fruity to something reminiscent of caramel corn. Taking a sip didn't help as the flavor seemed to shift as the hot tea moved through your mouth. Spicy, sweet, and almost buttery notes dancing around each other to create a very confusing experience. You decided to try the food next, picking up your fork to stab the tall slice of cake that was adorned with what looked like purple brown sugar in a spiral shape. There was a small gold writing on the spiral, but it looked to be a language you had never seen before. You placed an ample forkful into your mouth. It tasted like a firework went off in your mouth. You coughed into a napkin, spitting out the half-chewed food and tried to breathe. You were finally able to properly inhale through your choking, and you were taken aback by the sudden rich chocolate flavor that seemed to take over your taste buds. It was the purest taste of chocolate you had ever tasted in your life, and it almost made you go in for a second bite, but you thought better than to do that. You nervously picked up the breakfast croissant sandwich, not knowing what you were going to experience from the first bite. You closed your eyes and, it just tastes like a regular ham and cheese breakfast sandwich. Hi! You were so engrossed with your strange eating experience that you hadn't noticed the stocky man that was standing in front of you at your table. What is behind you? What is this wire? Hello, pal. You jumped at the sudden voice and looked up from your sandwich. You tried to choke out a response, but your mouth was too full to properly enunciate. Hang on. You watched the short, little man put a piece of paper in his pocket and quickly look it over, nodding to himself and stuffing it back to where he pulled it. Right. My name is Heim, Realtor, and I would love to sell you a house today. You stared at him in shocked silence, not quite sure what to say, and a bit confused that what he was offering you. The way he moved was awkward and sluggish, and he seemed to be perspiring an awful lot. Yes. So, I would love to show you your future home. I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? Did I mess it up again? Forgive me, I'm a bit rusty with the whole realtor shtick. I would love to sell you a house. This is the part where I give you my card. One moment. You watched as Heim went from pocket to pocket searching for his card. You felt a little secondhand embarrassment from how awkward this guy was. Got it. Heim leaned forward to present you his card. You could see the coffee stains and scribbled writing on the card before you took it. Please give me a call soon. I really need this. No thanks, I don't need a house. Then he turned on his heels and scurried out the door, knocking a few things down on his way out. You sighed and pocketed the beat-up card. There's no way in hell you were going to call that guy of all people, even if you were looking to buy a house. Quickly finishing up your meal, you cleaned up and headed to your new apartment. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help thinking about how you are finally getting a much-needed change in your life. Just like the brochure that mysteriously showed up at your old door said, you take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your apartment number. Here we go. Finally, you're standing in front of your new apartment. The day has been long and tedious, but you are finally home. Your hand gripped onto your rolling suitcase and turned the handle. Click, click. What the heck? Why is it locked? The company said it would be unlocked and the key would be on the counter. I'm so sick of dragging my luggage everywhere. I need to give the company a call, I guess. Beep boop. You quickly pulled out your cell phone and called up the apartment company. Beep beep. Hello, Uncanny Valley apartment hunters. How may we help you? Hello. I'm supposed to move in today, but my apartment is locked. This is... Yes, we know who you are, you. We were going to call you, but you hear screaming coming from the background on the other line, followed by the sound of game show music. Sorry, we were going to call you, but we were having some slight difficulties at the office. We're working on getting the mayor's assistant here right now to solve it. Until then, we're afraid your apartment has some slight... The sounds of canned laughter and a chainsaw whirring comes booming through the receiver, and you have to pull your ear away from the phone for a moment. Listen, I'm sorry, but your apartment won't be ready for... Oh, Ivy, you made it. Be right back, you. You hear the sound of paper shuffling and arguing in the background that you can't quite make out. You hear the word misunderstanding a lot, though, and host? Whatever, it's none of your concern. Your apartment might not be ready until tomorrow. Our deepest apologies. This doesn't usually happen, but there seems to have been a mix-up. We will reimburse you for a hotel stay for the night. Go and see the sights of something. There's still a chance we will have this fixed in a couple of hours. Just don't go in any strange doors for a while. Okay. With that, the company hung up on you. Well, now what? You suppose you could go get a hotel for the night, or you could try and burn some time. You could call Heim just to humor him, but you really didn't want to hang out with that guy. Find a hotel or call Heim. Let's find a hotel. It would be best to just go ahead and get a hotel before it gets too late. You're sure there's plenty downtown. You can't shake your annoyance with the company, but stuff happens and you're sure the company is in a worse spot than you are. Might as well take advantage of a free room, and they did say they would reimburse you, so maybe you can find something pricier than usual. Is that who I think it is? As you walk through the city, you peek into the random buildings and up at the skyscrapers and marvel at the beauty of the valley. It really was a nice place to live, and you were happy to be here regardless of the small challenges that were thrown at you. When you read the brochure, you were skeptical of the offers inside. Beautiful island views for affordable prices. No thought involved. We will set you up with your living space and your needs, and a job that works for you. It felt too good to be true, yet it felt as if it was pulling you here and you couldn't stop thinking about it until you finally called them, just to sate your curiosity. The company said it would only be a couple hours. Should you wait around or call it a night at the hotel? Oh, I can select this. Huh? What is that thing? You noticed a weird black creature squirming around near an alley and decided to go see what it was. You hoped it was a cat. You wander into the alley. You saw the cat slink down, glancing around the trash bins and chirping out a pss, 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 pss to get its attention. You jump when you feel something brush against your leg. Looking down, you see a huge eyeball staring back at you. You flinch away from that weird thing and try and catch your bearings. It didn't seem to mean you any harm, but it wasn't exactly normal to see a 2-foot-tall ball of hair staring at you. Hi. Oh, it seemed to like that with the way it's trilling at you. Can you talk? What are you? It made a weird chirpy purr noise. You guess it can't talk. Oh, now it's making all sorts of weird noises. It seems to be gesturing, but you aren't sure what it's about. Tugs at your leg with what you can only describe as a tentacle of hair and starts to lead you over to a storm drain. This is definitely not suspicious. The little hairbird trills at you again, and it seems to be writing something in the dust, but it's a language you don't know. Before you can attempt to inquire more, it slinks over to the drain. It's chirping loudly at you, and you can only guess what it means. Do you want me to wait here? It nods, its little body to the best of its ability, and you nod back. You watch the little creature disappear down the drain and sigh. Guess you're waiting for Lord knows what. At least this kills some time, and it's not every day you see something like this. You walk back over to the alley and sit against the wall, but keep the drain in view for when that thing comes back. You slowly let your tired eyes close. Not sure this is the best situation to go to sleep. Hello! You jolt awake and come face to face with a familiar eyeball, but it was on a very different body. What? Who are you? Oh, you don't recognize me. Good, that means my body is perfect. I've been trying for so long to get it to look right, but someone can always tell that I'm not human. And then it's really scary. But you couldn't tell it was me. Thank you so much for waiting, by the way. I didn't know if you would, but I really hoped. Wait, you're telling me that you're that little hairball I saw? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Though I can kind of see a resemblance. Oh no, you can. Can you tell me what gives it away? This was ridiculous, but you couldn't deny that there was a cyclops with an oddly gummy body standing right in front of you. You could only describe the way he moved like an old claymation kids show, but his hair seemed to twist and turn at will. His hair is incredible. It's so amazing. Look at those locks. I'd probably say the eye. Humans have 2 eyes usually, and a nose too. Oh, is there just one again? Making two is so hard though, and it's very, very, very uncomfortable to split my pupil and then everything looks really dizzy. But if you think that'll make me more perfect, then I'll do it. Miss Ivy, the mayor's assistant, said we can be people if we can fit in. I'm so excited to fit in. Miss Ivy called me John Doe, by the way. I don't think I'll be forgetting you anytime soon. Hi, John Doe. You lived! April Fools. April Fools? What? I think this means the game was an April Fool's game. But that's one ending, I guess. And we got to see John Doe again. All right, let's try and get another ending. Okay, instead of going to the cafe, let's wander this time. I think it'd be fun to get a lay of the land today. Just a little walk around the area to see what's around and all. You spend the next half an hour just wandering the streets and window shopping. Finally, you end up at what you're pretty sure the map called the Work District, maybe apparent by the giant skyscrapers that surround you. You made your way to a nearby bench and sat down, watching all the people walking to and from the buildings. Many of them seemed to just blend together in an endless sea of blue and pink suits. Hello? Oh. Hi! You notice one of the blue-suited businessmen had stopped a few feet in front of you. He seems lost in thought and vacant. Maybe you should say something? Say something or ignore him. Let's say something. Excuse me, sir, are you alright? Huh? Are you talking to me? Yeah, sorry if I'm bothering you, but you seem down and I was wondering if you needed help. Wow, excuse me, no one's talked to me in a while, not since my wife left. I'm a little rusty. Please excuse my atrocious manners. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Richard. Richard Everyman. Nice to meet you too. I'm you. Sorry to hear about your wife, but why won't anyone else talk to you? Oh, that's just how it is. I'm getting older and I can feel my clock ticking. You know how it is. You look fine to me. I think you have plenty of life left in you, man. It's just how you choose to live it. I've never thought about it like that. Really? That's a pretty common saying. Not around here. But you're right, you. I'm gonna try and look up and hold on for as long as they'll allow. Thank you. As long as they'll allow. He's already power walking away from you before you can answer. You notice a chipper little bounce in his step and smile to yourself. Before you can think about it longer, you hear labored breathing next to you that prompts you to glance to your side. Next to you is a short, balding man who seems to be struggling to catch his breath, his hands on his knees as he tries to regain his composure. Oh, no, give me a second. Oh, I thought you were gonna be at the cafe. Oh man, oh god, I'm out of shape. I'm gonna be feeling this in the morning. Yeah, so I'm Heim, yada yada yada. I'm interested in selling you a house. Oh right, I'm a realtor, by the way. Damn, this speech I had prepared was much better at the cafe. You were too shocked and confused to really think up of a more articulate response other than, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, house. I want to sell you a house, real cheap. Look, just take my card and give me a call. You watched as Heim went from pocket to pocket searching for his card. You felt a little secondhand embarrassment from how awkward this guy was. Got it. Cutscene time. Hi. I'll be waiting for your call. Biggest discounts on houses this side of the valley, and on the other side too. You watched as the chubby little man scurried off, the weird pink hose sticking out of his neck, tripping him as he ran behind some bushes. Well, there's no way in hell I'm calling that guy. You mumbled to yourself as you pocketed the slightly sticky card and stood up. It was getting late and you figured you better head home now. As you approach your new apartment complex, you felt warmth in your heart and can't help thinking about how you're finally getting a much-needed change in your life. Just like the brochure that showed up mysteriously at your door said, you take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley and step forward to find your apartment number. Finally, you're standing in front of your new apartment. The day has been long and tedious, but you were finally home. Your hand gripped onto your rolling suitcase and turned the handle. Click, click. I'm locked out. The company said it would be unlocked, and the key would be on the counter. I'm so sick of dragging my luggage everywhere. I need to give the company a call. All right, let's see if this is going to be the same. You quickly pulled out your cell phone and called up the apartment company. Okay, so in this time, let's go ahead and call Heim. You sighed, defeated. He seemed nice, and you might as well kill some time looking at houses you'll never buy. Pulling out your phone again, you started to dial Heim's number. Hey, pal. I had a feeling you were gonna call me. He was just hiding behind the bush the entire time. I could feel it in my bones, quote unquote. You were just hiding over there in the bushes watching me, weren't you? No. Anyway, let's say you and me go look for a house now. He's just dying to meet you. Alright, I'll look at the house, but don't expect me to buy something. Hey, don't worry about it. Just getting you inside the house is more than enough for, what do they call it? Commission? Yeah, something like that. Alright, lead the way. Let's go. Woohoo! You spend the next 20 minutes slowly following behind Heim as he waddled awkwardly along. He kept talking about television programs and fast food places he personally liked. You found yourself not really minding the company? Sure, he wasn't great to look at, but he didn't seem like a bad guy, just very, very awkward. You also couldn't help but wonder what that weird pink tube sticking out of the back of his neck was. Before you could ask him, he stopped walking and your eyes widened at the view before you. This is the house? Aw, hey now, pal, it's a little rough around the edge for sure, but with some tender love and care, you'll see this house become a home in no time. Or whatever, you just gotta see the insides. I promise you won't be disappointed. Did you really want to waste your time even humoring him and have to step foot in this disgusting looking place? Go inside or leave. You know what, let's go inside this time. You rubbed your eyes and shrugged. What's the worst that could happen? This guy didn't seem dangerous in the slightest. If anything, he just seemed a little pathetic. All right, Heim, show me the house. Really? Hot dog. Thank you, this means a lot to me. It was almost kind of cute how this little guy did what you could only guess was an attempt to hop in excitement. Though his feet only maybe went an inch off the ground, he quickly scurried over to the door and opened it for you, beckoning you inside politely. All right, here we go. Yep, it was just as bad on the inside. Well, what do you think, pal? Not too bad, right? This is terrible, or compliment it. Compliment it. It's not that bad. Wow, geez, no one's ever said something that nice to me. That makes what I gotta do a lot harder. What do you mean? Before you could register what was happening, Heim awkwardly shoved you to the ground, only being able to knock you down because you were distracted. I'm sorry, pal. I really liked you, but a realtor's gotta eat. Let me put this thing away so my natural anesthetics can gently lull you to sleep. Your eyeballs? You're putting your eyeballs away? You watched as Heim's eyes turn black, as if a light had turned off inside him, his body becoming limp and the cord connected to his neck pulled taut. You watched as the cord struggled to yank Heim's hefty little body, essentially dragging him along the ground face first. This would be a lot scarier if it was anyone or anything else. Meaty tendrils began sprouting from the floor and twisted themselves around until they finally formed. A recliner. Heim's voice chimed in again, though now it sounded as if it was being projected all the way around you instead of from his body. This lure is such a big pain in my gutters to look around, let me tell you. My cord is aching, something fierce chasing you around all day. What is happening right now? It's okay, just relax. You'll start feeling real sleepy right about now. You lifted yourself off the dirty, meaty floor and looked around confused. I don't feel anything? Oh. Well, I might have filled up a bit on fast food earlier, not gonna lie. Are you serious? Hey, do you know how hard it is to catch buyers in this economy? House has gotta eat. Besides, I never cared all that much for eating people. Give me a fat, greasy burger over that any day, am I right? I guess I can't argue with that. Well, since you're here, would you want to maybe hang out and catch some television? Oh, what the hell, sure. You watched as Heim's recliner slowly grew in size, combining itself with a nearby meat couch and invited you to sit with a wave of a fleshy tentacle. Wow, look at us. Heim wasn't such a bad guy after all. You lived! Woohoo! Not the ending I was expecting, but you know what? It is what it is. All right, let's see what else we can get. I'm gonna see what happens when we go straight to the home. That long bus ride was grueling enough and all you can think about is heading home and plopping face first in your bed. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel a warmth in your heart and you can't help thinking about how you're finally getting a much needed change. Finally, you're standing in front of your new apartment. The day has been long and tedious, but you're finally home. Your hand gripped and it was locked again. What the heck? It said it would be unlocked. I'm so sick of dragging my luggage everywhere. I need to give the company a call, I guess. you're not supposed to be here yet. Before you can pull out your cell phone, you notice a short little man standing in front of you expectantly. You really don't have time for this. Hey there, pal. You weren't at the cafe or the city. I've been trying to track you down all day. You know how sore my cord is dragging myself around like this? Hey there, pal. I'm Heim, cheapest realtor in the valley. What say I hook you up with a house real cheap? Heim stared at you, small whimpers squeaking through his little lips as sweat droplets dripped from his brow. You were so taken off guard by him, you realized your mouth was a bit agape in a dumbfounded awe. I have an apartment, that's why I'm at an apartment complex. But you couldn't get in now, could you? You know, what wouldn't give you that issue? The house I'm going to sell to you. Did you have something to do with my apartment being locked? You took a step towards the realtor and he shrunk down. He looked even smaller like this. You felt a pang of guilt, mostly due to the fact he was so small and pathetic you could easily beat him up if you wanted to. No, of course not. I'm just doing my job and looking out for you, that's all. Listen, just take my card and give me a call when you're ready to buy. You watched as Heim went from pocket to pocket in search of his cards. You feel a strong sense of secondhand embarrassment looking at him. Got it. Here you go. Just give me a call, okay? What do you gotta lose? Everything. I don't know, my self-respect. We all lose that someday. Heim then turned on his heel awkwardly and stumbled towards a nearby bush. Well, that was weird. You quickly pulled out your cell phone and called up the apartment company. Beep, beep. Hello, Uncanny Valley apartment hunters. How may we help you? Hello, I'm supposed to move in today, but my apartment is locked. Yes, we know who you are, We were going to call you, but you hear screaming coming from the background on the other line, followed by the sound of game show music. I think this is going to be the same. With that, the company hung up on you. Well, now what? You suppose you could go get a hotel, or you could try and burn some time. You could call Heim just to humor him, but you really don't want to hang out with that guy. Let's find a hotel. Be best to just head and get to a hotel before it gets too late. There's plenty downtown. You can't shake your annoyance with the company, but stuff happens. Might as well take advantage of a free room, they did say they would reimburse you, so maybe you can find something pricier than usual. As you walk through the city, you peek into the random buildings and up on the skyscrapers and marvel at the beauty of the valley. It really was a nice place to live and you were happy to be here regardless of the small challenges that were thrown at you. When you read the brochure, you were skeptical at the offers inside. Beautiful island views for affordable prices, no thought involved, we will set you up with your living space and your needs and a job that works for you. Felt too good to be true, yet it felt as if it was pulling you here and you couldn't stop thinking about it until you finally called them just to state your curiosity. The company said it would be a couple hours should you wait around or call it a night at a hotel. We can either wait around, find a hotel. I don't know that there's anything else that we can interact with. Let's find a hotel. You breathe deep and look up, realizing you were standing in front of a rather swanky-looking hotel. Your feet were sore from walking, so you decided this was the one. It was a pretty big hotel with what looked like a plethora of rooms. You didn't recognize the name, but it didn't matter much. After signing in, you made your way to a room. It was nice and spacious, but you could care less about that at the moment, and simply face-planted into the soft, pillowy mattress. You let your eyes flutter shut, and your body melted into the bed as you drifted off. The thoughts of your new life swirling around in your head. You couldn't wait to get into your apartment tomorrow, and your new job at the gas station. I loved April Fools! I'm getting consistently April Fool's joked here, guys. Okay, instead of doing the hotel, we're going to wait around this time. You wander around the city for another hour, and your back hurts, your feet hurt, and you're exhausted. A sudden ring from your cell phone wakes you back up, and you're at a rush to answer it. Hello, you? Great news, we were able to get everything in order with the help of Miss Woodrow, the mayor's assistant. Your apartment is all ready for you now. We're so very sorry for the inconvenience. We have sent a car to drive you home. Oh, that's wonderful news. Thank you so much. Of course, thank you for going through the Uncanny Valley apartment hunters operating Realtor free since 1987. Before you could pocket your phone, a sleek black sedan pulled up next to you, the surly-looking driver cracking his window down and beckoning you in. You noticed the sticker on the door with the apartment company's logo and hopped in, tossing your luggage onto the seat. You waved goodbye to the driver and rushed to your door. You held your breath and turned the door handle. It opened with a slight creak and you exhaled and took your first step inside. It was spacious and lit up nicely. You were happy to be home as you quickly tossed your luggage and locked the front door behind you and made a beeline for your bed. It was good to be back home. Or good to be home. And tomorrow you'd start your new job at the gas station. I lived! Woo! Is there anyone where we don't live? Any, ending where we don't live? Okay, I'm back in this line. I think maybe let's try leaving. You know what? On second thought, I think I'd rather not waste your time, Heim. There's no way I would buy a house like this, even if I was searching. Well, can't say I'm too surprised about that. Well, you have yourself a fine day, you. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Bye. You watched as Heim plopped backwards onto the ground. That strange pink tube on his neck seemed to be pulling him along the ground until he slipped into the house. Hi. You felt an odd pang of guilt as you headed towards downtown to search for a hotel. Is this all going to be the same? You wander around the city for the hour, your back hurts, your feet hurt, and you're exhausted. The sun ring from your cell phone pops up. Hello, you. Great news. We were able to get everything in order with Miss Woodrow. Well, what do you think, pal? Not too bad, right? Compliment. It's not that bad. Wow. Oh, geez. No one's ever said something that nice to me. I don't know what to say, you. Please forgive me if I'm being a bit too forward, but... well, gotta shoot my shot, right? Would you give this down on his luck house a chance and let me take you on a date? This is quite different. I don't got a lot of money, but I'll treat you right. You could feel how sweaty his hands were, and also how strangely plant-like they had felt against yours. There was something endearing about him that you couldn't leave hanging. Oh, what the hell, sure, Heim, we can go on a date. Oh my gosh, thank you. You've made me the luckiest house in the valley. What about John Doe, though? Not John Doe. Don't do John Doe like that. My love. I promise I'll do it all for you. Let's just take it slow, okay? I've never dated anyone before. I lived. Woo! Really sad about John Doe, though. John Doe is my love. Live, laugh, love, John Doe. Okay. Is there one more ending? Okay, I'm thinking, I don't know what else to do in the game, so I think I got all the endings. I got all of the things in the gallery here. So, I think we're good. So that was House Hunted 2. Very similar to the first House Hunted game, but obviously kind of different view of John Doe and then a different realtor altogether. I think there are Easter eggs as to what the next game in the Uncanny Valley universe is going to be according to the developer, so this was pretty exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like down in the video and let me know down in the comments. But on that note, I'm going to say farewell, friends. Don't you dare click off this video yet. Farewell, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, we're not alone out there, and I'll see you in another video. See? I was quick with it. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.